Mm. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Melody. I am coming on here to start making videos. Yes, I'm a little nervous, but that's okay. I'm human and I have been afraid of being seen for a long period of my life. So you face your fears. Whatever you are afraid to do is what we must do. It's what I'm learning. Yeah, this has to do with a lot of different things, but I want to come on, say hello. My name is Melody. My channel is Your Healthy Ascension. And my goal or my intention with this channel is to talk about things that help you on this ascension journey, ascension path. Sure, people who resonate with this channel or are drawn to it have been walking the path for quite some time, but maybe you're new. Maybe you're just starting to see the chaos and questioning the world around you. So, welcome. This is a space for you, the newbies, as well. I'm very excited to see where my channel goes, what my brain puts forth, as well as spiritual guidance from my guides, my team, my higher self, and see how I can finally give my knowledge and wisdom and share it out to the masses. Today, my last video was a little bit vulnerable. I was crying, but yesterday I also went through some more big purges, some more big releases. And so, yeah, these energies are nuts. We are going through collective upgrades, and it is purging any of the remaining unconscious, deep rooted pain, sadness, frustration, anger, suffering, uh, grief, hopelessness. The state of the planet, humanity, is so sad to witness the external at times. It's shocking how we as a collective have dreamt this dream or have created this weird society around us. And it's weird. I mean, it's artificial. Nothing really makes sense. Everything seems to be counterintuitive of how would be most effective and efficient in the world. I mean, houses are built with the most unsustainable materials, and then the design, not designed well for withstanding the elements and city, all of that. But yeah, we're here. This is where we are right now. We're getting to look at that very deeply, collectively, seeing more of, wow, this place does not make sense. This place does not fulfill human needs on a collective level. It feels the exact opposite, that the structures that have been in place or placed upon us are the exact opposite of for humans, for humanity, for the planet. Everything seems to be doing the opposite. So, excuse me there. Um, So yeah, I wanted to talk about the latest upgrades. My last video was vulnerable, and yesterday I went through it. And both of the messages that have been coming through have been about the divine masculine and feminine merging, the purging process that we've been going through internally as well as collectively. Um, so yes, the last 2 days, today's July 25th, which is the Galactic New Year. So, Happy New Year in the calendar of the Mayans, Aztecs, the ones that is based on 13 moons and 28 days of equality. They're all, each month is 28 days. It starts on a Monday and ends on a Sunday, and it makes the whole 365 days make sense with one extra day. So, I guess today is that Galactic New Year. So celebrate the new year. And what a way to kickstart a real new year than a giant purge. So I'm curious to see if any of you guys felt the intense energies yesterday and the day before. I know I sure went through it, and almost everybody I've talked to has shared what they have been going through the past 2 days. So, yes, that was a purge. It felt like it crept up out of nowhere 2 days ago, felt very despair, darkness, kind of just anger coming out of nowhere, a lot of frustration and sadness. And then yesterday was the purge, the release, the crying, and the healing. So I myself was able to communicate with an external masculine to heal a lot of the deep, deep, deep masculine wound that's in myself, my family lineage, our ancestral lineage, and the collective as a whole. So I like to see, when you yourself do inner work, you're not only healing yourself, you are yourself, yourselves, you are also healing your ancestors. So you're making space for your parents to do some healing work. You're making the space for it to have that ripple effect through the DNA and through the ethers and the spiritual of our grandparents and the lineage. And so that's what a lot of us awakened ones or light workers, whatever you want to label us, starseeds, whatever it is, way showers, we are just doing the deep, deep, deep shadow work, the deep purging, so we don't repeat these patterns in humanity moving forward. Humanity has been in such a state of suffering, such a state of victim mentality, survival, scarcity, pain, lack mentalities, just suffering across the board. So that is what we are here to do, is clean that up, purge it like an ayahuasca vomit. You have to get it out so that you can rise to the next level. So you can actually shed the masks that aren't yours, the energies that aren't yours, the imprints, the beliefs, the society, brainwashing, all of those things have to be seen, felt, acknowledged, heard, purged, and let go of. And we don't know when or where or how what it's going to look like when it does actually come up for a real release. But you'll feel it, and it doesn't feel fun when you're going through it. It feels like death. And it is the death. It's the death of the old. It's the death of what no longer serves you or humanity or where we're going as a collective. So shake it off. Shake, shake, shake it off. That's one of the messages that came through a while ago is the somatic shaking. Like, truly what came through with to me when I was being downloaded with light language for um, physical light language healing stuff is that we need to shake it off. Again, my body shook for hours and hours. And then I was able to access the light language codes coming in. I also got the message of let's get rid of that shit collectively. It's time for us to get rid of that shit. Truly, it's not ours on a soul level. The soul is pure love, radiance, acceptance, bliss being. This 3D dimension has been have so much manipulation and density and heaviness that we get lost here. It is a maze. And it's easy to lose our true selves from birth because we get imprinted with our parents' trauma and their unresolved issues that was passed down from their parents, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then we are forced into this collective chaos where you have to make money and pay taxes and all this stuff that doesn't matter, when all that matters is nature. Nature provides everything we would ever need. So how did we get into the matrix of society? But it serves its purpose. And this is part of the Kali Yuga cycle, going through the end of the Piscean era, the end of dogmatic religion, the end of all the power structures. It's pretty much the dark ages of us going through the swamp, going through the muck, the mud, because you cannot appreciate the golden era or the good if you don't have any contrast. You don't know the bad, the struggle, the wanting, the desire to change, to get out of suffering. With that being said, that just brings up a beautiful movie. If you guys have never seen it, it's called Astral City. And that just came through about it. It is foreign film. There's subtitles, but it is so beautiful, such a good message. But it does show him in purgatory, hell realms, moving up. And when we talk about ascension, it's what we're doing here on this planet, this time. We're going through the hell realms, the purgatory. We're purging what is not us, so we can remember who we truly are, what we are as divine sparks of the one God source, that we're creators, we're creator beings, and we don't need to succumb to the manipulation of the way it has always been. We can create what we want society to be. We're creator beings. So that's what we're doing with this process, is remembering or realizing our true selves, our true power, our true capabilities, our abilities, our spiritual abilities, our love, our heart space, what it truly means to feel unconditional love for self, others, the planet, animals, have respect for all life, the bugs, the bug world, the plants, the animal kingdom, all of that. And I don't think we need to learn the lessons much longer of trash and the way of destroying the planet and being in suffering. So, the best way that we can collectively move towards building the new earth, the earth that we want to experience and co create together, is sharing your gifts, being seen, being seen doing what feels right, following your heart and following your bliss, as you are the I got cut off. I'm learning a new video recording thing. So I was saying, as you are the way shower, I'm feeling that we're being called to truly lead the way in everything, in act, in duty, in speech, in thought, in intention. So I feel that we are starting to see the power of intention and thought on a different level and how we create with it. Um, I just noticed that I'm picking up trash everywhere I go. It's what I've been doing for a really long time, but I think people are noticing, and that's what needs to happen. People need to see you doing acts of good. I had a kid come up to me and was like, thank you for doing that. And it was a young kid. And I was just like, yeah, my mom used to tell me, Girl Scout leader, leave the area better than you ever, but than it was before you got there. Those were used to be instilled in our youth. And the youth nowadays are very lost and have unfortunately degraded families who have their own addictions and unconsciousness that gets passed down, and very unhealthy ways of being. So to be a role model in any way you can. I just had to do that with my neighbor. He has a bug zapper and he was leaving it on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. um he just put it up like a week and a half ago, but it really started getting to me, as an empath. And I've been really, really appreciative of my yard and the bugs lately. I've been so fascinated by the bug world. And so I was hearing this bug zapper just murdering innocent bugs day and night when he's not even home. So I got called. I couldn't sleep one night and I wrote him a letter and folded it up into an airplane and paper airplaned that over the fence to him. And when I went outside the next morning, I realized he had taken the bug zapper down. So my letter got to him. It made sense. I mean, we don't even have that many bugs where we are. And truly, why are you just murdering them when you're not even outside? So people are just at their own levels of consciousness. And that's what we're moving to feel more collectively, that we're all a part of this place. So what you do to one thing, you do to yourself, you do to all. So that's the key that I think is going to help us transition to the new earth is, what we do to one thing, we're doing to ourselves. So we're trashing the planet, we're trashing our bodies, we're trashing it. We're not at the level of, I mean, I don't speak for the certain level of consciousness, but the unconsciousness, they haven't awoken up to know that they're the only one here. They're doing that to themselves. So, excuse me, I just hit the microphone. I don't know if you heard that. So, anyways, I'm getting off topic, but these are things that I'm going to be touching on this ascension journey. How can we have a better support system? How can we move together better as a collective, and just support each other we're all going through this. We're all going through these waves of energies. We're all shedding and purging old stuff for the collective and within our own family dynamics, situations, and lineages. So anyways, that's where that is. Now, as far as this purge, what I'm noticing of the blending of the masculine, feminine within ourselves, it seems to be stemming. What I've gotten twice now is kind of stemming that first wound, the primordial wound, the original wound. If God is all there is, and then he wanted to know himself, so he split himself, and we have the masculine and feminine energies, then they are all there is. They don't know there's anything else, but they feel this weird draw, because we have magnetism and I just forgot the other, electricity, but there's a draw. So it's the polar opposites, the draw. This is what makes life fun. Why we always want, why things with love or being attracted to the opposite sex has that pull, that beauty, that fun. It makes life fun. Without love, without that polar dynamic of pulling the opposites together, the attraction, life wouldn't be as fun. That's the divine blueprint of the masculine and feminine merging. And when they do, they create, they make the third, the child. So that's the true God force spark dynamic, the magic of creation, two becoming one and creating together. So as we heal our inner masculine and feminine, we're going to attract mirrors out there for where we're at and who are also healing their masculine and feminine. And we're going to be working through the first wounding when God split, and then the feminine was like, oh, I want to know this man. And it was all this pure, unconditional love, and it was too intense energy. And the man was like, whoa, that's too intense, run away. So then the feminine wound came of being rejected, and we get the rejection wound. And then she goes on her journey of healing, finding herself and being okay. And when she does that, then the masculine's like, oh, wow, it's not so intense anymore. I really want to see what she's doing over there. And then they do their healing process to come together. And that's the whole balancing, unification, coming into union. But it's like two sides of a magnet. It's they'll repel each other through the woundings until they continue to no longer be so wounded, where then they can come together and feel at peace. It's safe, and they're not triggered by the woundings. That's like the rundown of the whole twin flame journey and all of these spiritual relationships that we go through. All of our karmic relationships are there to help clear the trauma. And as you keep clearing trauma, you're now at a higher frequency. You're going to start attracting another that is at a higher frequency, so you don't mirror those same wounds in each other to heal them. They're healed. So now you don't have to have those painful struggles with each other. You'll learn higher lessons. So I guess that's the whole idea of coming out of the lower three chakras, alchemizing in the heart and going up to the higher chakras where we are more in our spiritual nature, purpose, path forward. So, yeah, I could go on about that. I think I'll leave it there. I'll make another video diving deeper into the masculine wound and the feminine wound, as well as some experiences on my journey through the twin flame relationship dynamic, as well as karmic relationships and all of that. So yeah, I have a lot of different things to talk about, but I will leave this video with y'all today for right there. But I'm hoping your purge process yesterday and the day before Wasn't too horrible. I want to say congratulations to everyone who did have a big purge, whether it was yelling, screaming, crying. Congratulations. You guys are doing deep work. And I bet today you feel a hell of a lot better. And you get to celebrate this new year off right after that purge. So good job. Congratulations. Round of applause. And sending you love. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.